Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to Mathematics with Shahab Yaqub. So now let's look at this particular paper, which is paper 1 Pure Maths 1, October November 2015, variant 1-3, and this is the part B of question number 7. A very simple but conceptual question only for 2 marks. Yes, every single mark is worth it. Now it says the diagram shows part of the graph y is equals to a cosine x minus b, where a and b are constants. The graph crosses the x-axis at the point C cos inverse C comma 0 and the y-axis at the point D 0 comma D. Find C and D in terms of A and B. Wow, that's a nice question. So now first of all, let me write it out. Y is equals to a cosine x minus b. When it crosses x-axis, that means y coordinate is 0. So y is 0, therefore x is cos inverse of c. When it crosses y-axis, x coordinate is 0 and y comes out to be d. So now first of all, let me plug in this one. In this particular equation, let me plug in these values. When x is 0, y is d. So d equals to a cosine of 0 minus b. Now don't be in a hurry. Cosine of 0 is not 0. Cosine of 0 is 1. So therefore a minus b equals to d. We are finding c and d in terms of a and b. So now d is found over here. That is the first thing. Now this particular part, y is equals to 0, x is cos inverse c, y is 0, a cosine inverse c minus b. Now how do we evaluate this particular thing, cosine of cosine inverse c? Now this has something to do with functions. Now let's take a very simple example. Sine of pi by 6, that is half. And then if I do the inverse of half, I'll recover back pi by 6. All good? Now can I write this half as sine of pi by 6? Of course I can. So therefore let me write this thing sine inverse, and instead of half I'm writing sine of pi by 6. So we know that sine of pi by 6 is half, sine inverse of half, we will recover back the pi by 6. Basically, this number over here is coming outside when this is sine inverse and sine. The same can be said in the other manner. Pi by 6 can be written as sine inverse half. So let me write over here. So therefore, sine of something is half, and what is that something? That pi by 6 will be replaced with this thing, sine inverse of half. So this is sine inverse of half. Now again observe, sine inverse, the inverse functions of one another. This half is giving me this. So now this trigonometry question has more of functions in it. So cos of cos inverse c basically becomes c. And then we have the a, we have the b, we have the 0. We want to make c the subject. Therefore ac is equals to b. Therefore c is b over a. Now this 2 mark, all this knowledge was needed for that particular 2 mark. Without this knowledge, you won't be able to solve this question. Technically, this is for 1 mark. This is for 1 mark. But you have to understand this background knowledge, that this thing, f of f inverse x is equals to x, f inverse of fx equals to x. So therefore cos inverse of cos of c equals to c, and cos of cos inverse d, let me write another number, that equals to d. So that is the logic over here. So now let's double check from the topical book. This is question 38. C is b over a, d is a minus b. C is b over a and d is a minus b. All good, all clear. All set for the next video.